Okay, let's start over. All right, guys. Super excited about this because we have Lauren doing this, and as you guys, maybe some of you guys know her, some of you guys don't, but I'm really excited for you guys to share her story, for her to share her story, because it is honestly freaking amazing. So if you don't know her story, you guys better be prepared for no excuse mentality, because from start to finish, I'm telling you, like, this is just crazy. Um, First, this is how we're gonna do it. I do want to do a training about her and doing like how she does her keto cash and her wrap cash. So first, I'm gonna do the money mindset interview with her. I'm not too sure how long it's going to last. Sometimes with previous leaders, it's like 30 minutes, 40 minutes to an hour. But if once we're done with that, we will do, if we have to, like reopen the next Zoom for her tips on cash and all that stuff. That's what we'll do. So, because this is only like I think 40, 45 minutes. So first, let's start with your story. How many years you've been in the business and what's your rank?
Okay, guys, so my name is Lauren. Again, I've been in the business. This December is going to be 5 years, and it's crazy to think that, but 5 freaking years, you guys. I am a diamond, and I also have my husband on in the business, and he's also a diamond, so that's pretty exciting. So yeah, 5 years. Do you want me to keep going with the questions, or?
No, tell us your story.
Okay, yeah, so basically, I joined, I want to say December of, let's see, so we're going to be December 2014, you guys, and I was like, what they call, I was like looking for something, anything that could bring extra income to my family. We were in a really bad situation, even to the point where we were almost close to, well, we did at the point lose our home because we were just struggling really bad. My husband was the only one working at the time. We had 3 babies. My unemployment ran out, and I needed something to help him out. I was like, I gotta help him. Like, this is crazy. So I came across Tanya's page, and I seen her, making cash for the things that I needed. I needed cash for formula. I needed cash for diapers. That's what drew my attention right away. So I messaged her and I said, what is this business all about? She told me I was all in, no second thoughts, no second guesses. I was in. So a few years later, I wanted to rank up. I seen all these people doing so amazing. I wanted to rank up. I asked her, what do I need to rank up? She told me what I needed. I printed my chart and I got my butt to work. So over the years, I want to say maybe 2 years in, can't really remember. 2 years in, I let her know. She's my upline, so I let her know I want to go diamond. I want these bonuses, and she said, "Okay, again, here's your charts. This is what we have to do. We have to work together, and we will get there." And that's exactly what we did. 2 years later, I got a $2,000 bonus. I think for going emerald. No, it started $500 bonus for going ruby. The next month, it was a $2,000 bonus for going emerald. And the very next month, it was like a $20,000 bonus for going diamond. It was freaking crazy and super exciting. I didn't think I can do anything like that. I didn't think I can make it happen. But the moment that I told her that I wanted to do something and we worked together, we like just set our eyes on it and we just went for it. Hold on. Are you guys messaging me? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, we basically put our heads down and went to work, you guys. So it doesn't matter how long you've been in this business. Honestly, I was probably in 2 years before I started promoting, but I knew what I wanted and I got it. And I put my head down and I went for it. And that's really what you guys have to do. It doesn't matter how long you've been in. It doesn't matter if everybody else is ranking up. Like, the moment you want to do it, let whoever know sign you and put your head down and just work towards it, because that's what I did. And now I'm here 5 years later and I'm like, dang, I'm excited for what's coming next. I'm still diamond, but I know something big is coming next. So that's pretty much my story. Out of the whole time that all this has happened, we've been able to move into a bigger house for our family. We've been able to get a car paid off, like no more car payments. I used to hate car payments. Like it was always such a stressful thing. And we were able to get a car off the lot in cash that runs good. I don't have to worry about it breaking down in the freeway. Paid in cash, you guys. So this company has really, 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 really helped us like so much. And it can help you guys too.
All right, guys, that is her story. There is something that I wanted to I don't think she mentioned it, but when she got started, I didn't even know that like what she was kind of going through. And I remember her telling me after, she's like, okay, I need to make this work because I'm like living out of a motel. I was like, oh my God, like, are you serious? And she's like, yeah, but I want you guys to understand something. Like, even if she was doing that, she's like, what do I have to do to get myself out of this motel? And it's crazy to me because there's so many people in this business that, you know, they're having a hard, you know, situation, going through hardships and all that stuff. But she was willing to be coachable. She was willing to do the work. She was willing to do whatever it took to get herself out of that situation. So I freaking love that.
Yeah, and you guys, like, think about it. I didn't have a phone that I have now. Like, I had this cheap Android. I had to use Wi-Fi from, like, the place where I was living. And, like, it was, like, I think about it now, and I'm like, dang, anybody else would have been like, I can't do it. Like, I can't do it. And I didn't give that excuse. Like, even if I had an access, a 1 hour access of internet, I used that 1 hour to work my business. That's why now I'm just like, dang, like so many people out there have more than 1 hour of access of internet and they're just not doing it. And I had only 1 hour, if that, a day to use the internet and work my business. And I was still doing the things. So yeah.
I freaking love that, guys. I remember that she had to use Wi-Fi, and then when she got, you know, and then I think she didn't even have a phone. She started using an iPad, or something had happened with it where she was using an iPad. It was just, it's incredible, guys, because I'm telling you guys, a lot of life is gonna happen, but regardless, like, it's up to you to make shit happen with this business. Sorry for my language, but that's just the way I talk if you're new. You just have to make shit happen. Like, you know, you have to tell yourself you joined for a reason, you're doing this, and just be super coachable, because that's all that really matters. I know she was like, okay, what's next? What do I do? What's next? And if you have that attitude when you're going to your upline and they're telling you like what's next, what do you do? Do those steps that they're telling you, because they know exactly what to do to get you to where you want to be. Okay, so next question. Okay, how do you think this business has changed your life?
So this business has not only changed my life financially, guys, it's changed like everything for me. Before, when I found this business, as you guys heard, like I wasn't in a good situation. I was like broken. I was like, what the heck happened? Like I lost everything. Like, how could this happen? I was feeling so bad about myself. But this business made me like believe more into myself. I know you guys probably had that feeling before and were like, what the heck? Like, I can't do this. This was not for me. But it helped me believe in myself more. It helped me lift myself up. It just did. I guess it's just the people, the nature of the business. It just kept me going. That's how it's really changed my life. It has kept me going. It has kept me from not going back to that dark place that I was in. So that's my answer for that question.
I freaking love that, because this business does make you grow. Like, it makes your paycheck grow or your pockets grow, but it also makes you grow as a person. I freaking love that. So let's see. Okay, during the promotions, have you had life happen to you?
Oh yeah, like life, you guys, happens every freaking day. Like every day there is something new going on, whether it's like with family, whether it's with my kids, like there's always something going on, but that doesn't stop us from having to work. Like perfect example, just this past week I had so much happen. It's freaking crazy. And I just told you guys I just literally got a good quality car, and out of nowhere, like the tire freaking popped one day, next day like something happened to the battery, and then the next day they call me that my grandpa's in the hospital, like all these things that are happening, and I'm just like, oh my god, like am I gonna freak out and like just stop everything, or do I have to keep going? And we had to keep going, you guys. Like just because things are happening, the bills are still gonna be there. Like we still have to pay for things. Bills aren't going to stop. So life has happened so much, but my promise to my kids and my husband is what keeps me going. So definitely write your promise down and let that keep you pushing through those hard times.
Oh my gosh, I love that you said that because it honestly made me think of, okay, guys, if you go to a job, like if life is happening, if your tire pops, if, you know, you have something happens to your battery, you know, anything like that, what's going to happen? Like, are they going to like feel bad for you and then be like, it's okay, like, don't come into work until you got it all figured out? No, they're going to be like, okay, yeah, that happened, cool. How are you going to get back to work? Because if you don't, then you're not going to have a job. Sorry, my baby started screaming, so I was like, let me mute this. So I want you guys to understand that with this business and a job, life is going to happen regardless. It's just, you know, up to you to discipline yourself, to keep going and to make things happen. I'm going to go to the next question.
Okay.
Have you had fear or doubted yourself when doing this business?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I shared with you guys, when I first started, I was doubting myself already. I thought like I knew nothing about the company. Like I am not skinny. I do not look like a snack right now. I could not be selling these products. No one's gonna want to buy from me. I have like all the excuses in the world. And the moment that I said that, I just kept seeing all these other people succeed and that had a similar story to me, I was like, okay, I can do this. So there's always going to be doubt. I even get doubt like till this day. Like sometimes even before I got on this, I was like doubting myself, like, oh my God, I'm going to mess up. But doubt's going to happen either way, but you still have to go. You have to decide. And I made that decision. Like I have to decide, am I going to keep doubting myself for days and then weeks and then months? Or am I just going to doubt? Okay, I'll doubt myself for a second and then I'll just keep going. So I've doubted myself a lot, you guys, and it hasn't done anything for me. So definitely it's natural to feel that way, but just don't sit there in doubt for a very long time.
Okay, so what made you change you having like that fear, that doubt? Like what made it change? Like when were you like, okay, like let me just put these thoughts, you know, to the side and like make it happen?
So, okay, sorry, I have to turn off my camera really quick. But basically what made me put fear down and doubt to the side is really thinking about where was that getting me? Like where was me being scared getting me? It wasn't getting me anywhere. My check wasn't growing. I wasn't growing. Like, you know what I mean? I wasn't making my family happy. So like where was that getting me? Me being scared of going to the next level was not getting me to the next level. So I decided at one point, like, that's it. Like, I don't know. I guess something just has to really, I guess at the end of the day, I guess I'm trying to like make it all make sense for you guys. At the end of the day, you have to really think about why are you getting started? Why did you get started? Like, are you here because you're playing a game? Or are you here because you're serious and you really freaking need this to change your life? And I thought to myself, I'm here because I freaking need this to change my life. This is not no game to me. I don't have a plan A. I don't have a plan B. I don't have a plan C. This is what's going to get me to the next level. This is what's going to help me and my future and my kids' future and my husband's future. This is it. There's no other like option. So if you have another option, I feel like you're not going to feel the same way maybe I feel. You're not going to feel the same way Tanya feels. You're not going to feel the same way Irma feels because you're still focusing that you have a plan B. I didn't have a plan B, so there's no time for fear, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I like that you said that because that is so freaking true. Like when you have like that exactly what you said, oh, I'll just look for a job, I'll just do this, I'll just do that. You're not gonna fully commit to yourself why you started in the first place. So I freaking love that you said that because it is so freaking true. Okay. Okay, so I like this question next. How important is mindset? And do you do like personal development? What do you do to grow as a person? Because I feel like this is a question where people really struggle with. And, you know, like you said, like this brought you out of your shell. It made you confident. It made you who you are. Like you can actually like be who you are in this company. So how important to you is mindset and personal growth?
Okay, so mindset is freaking everything, you guys. But there's gonna be days where we like, okay, there's days that, or maybe I don't know, maybe like there's a whole week that you might forget that mindset is important. And I want you guys to think about that time that you weren't really growing your mind and like, how did you feel? Because me, I know sometimes when I stop working on my mind, like I have to do it every single day because the minute that I stop, like it just affects everything. It's freaking crazy. Like I can't even explain. It's just freaking crazy. The minute I start getting back into my routine, I'm listening to things in the morning. I'm reading like the things to grow my brain. I'm, listening to other people's stories. Like everything just starts feeling better and everything starts going better because like you're literally putting that into your brain and you just start feeling freaking good. Like I can't explain it. You just really, really need to work on your mind and your personal growth every single day because otherwise we're just gonna feel attacked every day. We're gonna feel sorry for ourselves every day. It just goes on and on. So personal growth and mindset is everything. If you're feeling like, oh my God, everybody's against me, oh my God, she's talking about me, oh my God, this and that, like you need to work on that mindset. You need to grow. You need to grow because if we're growing, we're not going to feel that way. And sometimes I'm even a victim of what I'm saying right now. Sometimes I get in my feelings. I'm like, okay, no, you need to go through on some personal development. You need to go listen to, whoever you listen to and then come back because no. So
That is so freaking true, guys. I'm telling you. For me, I know um, personal development is like the biggest. Like, if you really want to make money with this company, like you really, really want to make money, you have to listen to that every single day. More than once a day, if you could. Instead of the radio, instead of music, listen to that. Throw something on. It's so freaking like crucial for your business because like she said, if you aren't growing your mind and you're not applying yourself to grow every single day, you're just going to go backwards. And any little thing that happens to you is going to destroy you for the day. Like you're not going to be able to work. You're not going to be able to focus. You're not going to be able to do anything with the business. He is so mad because he's in the crib, but he needs to go to bed.
It's so freaking true though, you guys. Like I'm telling you, on those days, like the days that I do not do my full personal development, like my full on routine that I have, which is get up to my miracle morning, write down my I ams, to myself, I am amazing, I'm a top enroller, I'm blessed, I'm this, I'm that. Like the days I don't do my full routine are those days that I'm not feeling 100 because I didn't do that, and then anything can probably get to me. But if it wasn't for that self-development, probably I would be freaking crushed. Even today, so much stuff has happened, but I'm just like, okay, I'm fine because I did my self-development. My mind is right. I'm good. Like I'm Gucci, whatever. I'm fine. My mind is right. I got all that in, and I know, like, whatever you believe in, but I know God has me. So you just have to remind yourself daily and do that daily. Feed your brain every single day.
Yes, God does have you. That is like the best personal development you can freaking do is open up a Bible, get a devotional, and pray. That's what you need to do. Spend like 5 to 10 minutes in the morning with God first. That is so important because He will guide you. He'll show you where you need to go. He'll, do everything that He needs to do if you're here, if you have been here for a very long time with this business, if you really apply yourself to, that, seeing, okay, God, what do I need to do? How, like, don't worry about how, because he's going to do that for you. But just focus on, being with him daily and your team and doing the work. That's all that really is to it.
Right.
Sorry, he's yelling. I'm gonna go get him. But okay, so one more question. Excuses. What do you think about excuses? And do you feel like you putting those aside has gotten you to where you are now?
Definitely. The minute we start giving ourselves any excuse, I feel like we are giving ourselves like a pat on the back on why you're not reaching that next level, why you're not, hitting that goal. The minute you give yourself an excuse, you're like telling yourself, oh, it's okay. Like, it's okay, Lauren, don't worry. Like, it's because of this or because of that. Like, to me, excuses are out the freaking door, because again, I've seen so many other people in this business achieve so much with so much going on, and they didn't give a freaking excuse. So many people with like more, like freaking 100 freaking kids, 2 jobs, like going crazy and still leveling up to that next level. So I just honestly, with me, wait, what was your question again? Hold on, let me read this question.
No, about excuses. Like, what do you think about excuses? And do you feel like you putting, like, life? You didn't let life be an excuse to why you couldn't push, why you couldn't post, why you couldn't follow, why you couldn't, So, do you feel like you are where you are because you put the excuses to the side?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Definitely. I mean, I wouldn't be where I'm at today if I had an excuse. Like, I can probably use, like I was just telling you guys, I can probably use every excuse in the book right now not to even have jumped on this call. But that's not going to get me anywhere. Like, if I want to grow, I have to be coming on these Zooms, and I have to practice, and I have to do the things. And excuses just aren't going to get me to that next level. We got to put excuses behind us. Because, again, like, the minute you give yourself an excuse, think about that you're just patting yourself in the back to not succeed. Like, I'm not going to come up with the excuse anymore.
Yeah. Do you have a fan
on? In my kitchen.
Okay, because I just saw your poster in the back move. I was like, oh my God, what's going on?
Oh my God. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. I was like, let me ask, because, man,
is that a ghost?
Is that a ghost? What is that? Holy Spirit, is that you? Okay. Yeah. I freaking loving this Zoom, guys. I don't know about you guys, but I'm liking this. Everything that she said. That is all the questions that I had for her. So we're about like 28 minutes in. So I'm just going to get started with the tips on her keto cash and wrap cash, because that's what everybody needs right now, especially with the holidays coming. Who doesn't want to make some fast cash? So if you can kind of just go like however you want to go about it, if you have stuff written down or anything like that. And then if I can think of any questions, or you guys can think of any questions, type them in the chat so she can answer them. I can ask and then she'll answer them.
Yes, please. So if you guys have questions, put them there. I'll be like I can see the chat area too. But basically, you guys, with Keto Cash, I keep it super simple. Like, it's the simplest thing ever. So basically, if you are drinking our coffee every single morning, there should be no reason why you are not posting it like on an Instagram story, an Instagram like an Instagram stories, even if you don't want to, like, I don't know, some people tell me, I don't like how my voice sounds, or I don't like this, I don't like that. Well, you can do boomerang stories, however you want to do it, but every single morning I post me making my coffee, a tutorial. So me personally, I switch it up every single day. Sometimes I do boomerangs. Sometimes I do videos. Sometimes I do videos with me talking. It's always different. But if you're on my team and you follow me on Instagram, you know I am always posting a morning coffee Instagram story. So after my story is done, I post the final product, like of my coffee, showing my coffee with my whipped cream and everything. And then I always like put 2 samples next to the cup, and I put like who wants a sample. And on the votes, I'll either put like 1 or 2, or no, I usually do 2 or 3. I never like to sell singles because it's $5, really not worth it. You have to pay like $2 for shipping. Like, I'm okay. But I like to do 2 for 10 or 3 for 15, and I kind of really don't put prices on my poll. I just put 2 or 3, or I'll take 1, or I'll take a pack. I do different type of voting polls, but I do one almost every single day after I make my coffee. So then of course, you know, you message those people and you start making your cash. And I know a lot of people have told me recently, like, you know, everybody has Cash App. We can't get the free sample anymore. That's okay. I don't even use that anymore. They just literally send me their $2 for 2 samples or $15 for 3 samples. Another thing that I do is I make like I'm trying to find it, but I think I shared it on one of the chats. I always make like little graphics, and I put, you know, samples, packages available, or however you want to name it. You have to get creative. You have to get creative. So I put like something, I'll put like freaking magical skinny coffee samples available or whatever the heck, and I label it with numbers, and so people are seeing like, oh shoot, she only has 4 more samples available, I better, you know, hit her up for mine, or whatever the case is. So I always do one of those because I feel like it just creates a sense of urgency. And to be honest, sometimes when I'm just starting it, I might just put any freaking name because I want to get the fire going. So I want people to feel like, oh my God, her spots are freaking running out. I need a message for my sample. So when I start doing that, even more people start messaging me like, oh, don't forget, girl, I want a sample, or hey, girl, how do I get that sample? So even if you have to put any name on there to start off with, do that, because I feel like it just creates sense of urgency, and you end up selling even more. So sometimes when I'll put like a list of 4 names and I put 1 on there, people would start commenting. I end up selling like 6 samples, and that's already, like, if you do 2 for 10, that's already $60. So that's one of my other tips for cash. That tip number 3. So tip number 1 was showing your morning routine with your coffee or whatever your favorite product is. Who knows? Maybe you don't like coffee. Maybe you like greens. You can sell greens. I sell just a lot of coffee, but it's up to you guys. So number 1, posting your story, showing how you're making the coffee, and then putting that you have samples of the final product. Number 2, like I said, is creating that urgency, making like a list. And then number 3 is when you're talking to potentials, obviously big if, we work in our business like we should be, we should be talking to potentials every single day, right? So if we're talking to potentials every single day and they're not ready to order at that moment, guess what I'm doing? I'm offering them a sample. So if somebody tells me, oh no, girl, you know what? I can't buy it till Friday. That's when I get paid. Okay, well, do you want me to send you a sample in the meantime? Well, yeah, go ahead and send it to me. Okay, so I can send you 2 or 3. How many do you want? I'll take 2. Then I'm like, okay, that's just $10. You know, do you want to pay me Venmo or Zelle? And that they literally go for it. Like, they might have $10 right now and not $40, and you're gonna take the $10, send her samples in the meantime. She's gonna get her samples, you know, hopefully within 2 days. So by the time Friday comes and when they're ready to order, they're really gonna order because they already tried it. And then you also already remember that you need to follow up with them because you just sent them samples. I hope that made sense. So that's number 3, potential customers. They're not ready yet. Always, always, always tell them, okay, that's fine. Do you want a few samples of our skinny coffee in the meantime? Even TFX people, I've sold them samples of coffee in the meantime. or even when they're buying TFX, maybe they can't afford TFX and coffee. I sometimes sell them some singles of coffee after they bought their TFX. So you just really, I think you just really have to put your hustle hat on. Like if you want to, if you want to make that money, it's out there to make it. You just have to get very creative. Those are my 3 top ways that I make money. And number 4, I always set a goal. Always, always, always have a goal on how much cash I want to make either that week or that month. But I'm ranging anywhere from, I have to do the total, but I want to say anywhere from 300 to sometimes even 500 a month in just cash products, coffee, and wraps. That's all I really sell. What do you guys recommend for
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this.
For Irma, for your question, I would recommend for them to get, with their shopping spree, I would recommend for them to get, I don't know, like with, I guess, coffee. Honestly, I guess something they would want to try, but if they're trying to make cash, I always go for the coffee. Like coffee, you can sell coffee like crazy. And I know, like, if I can sell it, you guys can freaking sell it.
Yes, definitely. If you are new and you get, your shopping spree, you definitely want to get something that you can have results for yourself. But you can probably get like three products with that $100 shopping spree. So definitely something to try, and then definitely more for you guys to make money, because you guys also get your wrap rewards. So you can order the coffee, for half the price, the wraps for like half the price, and make cash that way too.
So another thing that I've told my team before, you guys, is so sometimes you might, who knows, maybe you might be in a rut and maybe you can't get your coffee bag right now and start selling samples. Check your account, see if you have a product reward. If you do have a product reward, you can, it's totally up to you how you want to do this, but you can even start pre-selling coffee, because your product reward is there. So as soon as you sell $20 worth, hey, guess what? You can go order your product reward, and you're gonna get your coffee, and you're gonna have more bags to even sell. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I just want to throw them everywhere, because I'm just like, you can get so much cash with this coffee.
You definitely can, guys. Man, honestly, if you guys post, like, I have coffee samples, like, you obviously have to be urgent and act like this is your only coffee. They go quick.
The baby.
Sorry, guys. Okay, so what was I saying? Hold on, I lost my. Okay, if you guys post, you guys have to post like you guys are super like this is urgent. Like, get your coffee now. Like, they go quick. All that stuff. There was a question that somebody else had, and it was. Hold on, guys.
Okay, I think it said, question from someone, how can we get coffee to send samples? You're answering this now. Or is there another one? Hold on.
Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, do you message people about, like, do you think, okay, because people can post, right? Like, anybody can post about hey, I have coffee samples, but do you actually go and message people, like views and likes, old potentials, all that stuff?
Yes, you guys, if I relayed on just posting, like, I probably wouldn't even be here today. Like, I don't know. Like, you have to reach out to people. And I always tell my team this too, like, posting is not going to get you to that next level. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to hear this. I am a super red. Tanya knows that. So posting is not going to get you guys to that next level. You have to really stop being lazy and go in there and message people. I message everybody. I message people who like my posts, people who view my posts, and people who comment on my stories. people who comment on my pictures. People who comment on a picture that has nothing to do with it works. Even if just a picture of my kids, guess what? They're getting a message from me. And whether they like it or not, hey, if they don't like it, okay, bye. And if they're cool with it, then they're cool with it. And most of the time what I found is they're pretty much cool with it, you guys. I don't really come across people that are rude. I mean, you're gonna always get that one. Like today, one of my business partners got that one, and I'm just like, that's gonna happen. You're gonna get that one. But most of the time, people out there will just tell you kindly, no, I'm not interested. But guess what? A lot of people are interested that won't ever message you. But the minute you message them, they are interested. And it's freaking crazy. I still shock myself today, I guess you can say, because just the other day I was messaging people off my likes. You know, I took it back old school. I got to start messaging people that are liking my pictures. And I literally signed like 3 new business partners in a day because of that. So you have to just take it back to basics. Message all the people that are doing liking, commenting, voting, and viewing your stuff.
Oh my gosh, I freaking love that. So maybe, because you're talking about messaging, which is super important, we can do for, you know, our team Thursdays, we can do probably a Zoom. Oh shoot, it's gonna be Halloween. Okay, maybe Wednesday. We'll switch it to Wednesday, and she can just talk about how she messages people, like what she says, how many messages she gives, you know, gives people or sends out, all that good stuff. That way you guys kind of get an understanding, because I know for me, like a lot of my newbies are like, okay, but what do I message people? Like, what do I say? You know, so that would be a really good Zoom. So we are on our last minute. So if you can kind of give us just your last, you know, advice or tip.
Well, my last advice, you guys, is just to keep going. Like whether you're new or you've been in this business for a while, keep freaking going. Whether if you started and you had all the support and now you don't have support, keep going, because the hustle gets real, you guys. In the beginning, you might have so much support, and then you run out of family and friends to support you. Well, the hustle starts now at that very point. So just keep going. Don't let anything get in your way. If I can do this, you guys can totally freaking knock this out of the park. You guys can go above and beyond where I am at, where any of us are at. You just have to really believe in yourselves and make that decision. Remember, there's no plan B. There's no, oh, I'll get a job. There's none of that. Like, if you want this and if you're here, you're here. And if you don't, then maybe it's time to be real and just say, I'm just here for shits and giggles. Like I used to say, are you here for shits and giggles, or are you here because you really want this to work? So yeah, just think